People.
Hello, people.
Almost a year living here in Canada, and there are some neighborhoods, some places that we think they are beautiful, and we will start sharing them with you.
Yeah.
Starting today at Humber Bay, this is a special area where a giant lived in the past. Do you believe it? I want to share every single detail with you. So stay tuned and let's go. Humber Bay is in the West Toronto and it has lots of waterfront trails you can follow. You can go to one direction to the other direction and you can see loads throughout your day if you want to come and spend some time here. This is really a special and blessed, like consider a sacred area by the indigenous because they lived here over 13,000 years ago. It is a long time, right? They believe that the indigenous people that lived in this area of Humber Bay, they lived here during the last ice age, which is like thousands and thousands years ago, right? So during this time, Humber Bay Valley actually was formed by the flow of glacial meltwater, which for me amazing. All this area you see on the image, they were considered sacred by the indigenous people that lived here, especially one tribe called Potawatomi, something like that. They believed that a giant lived here long time ago. In all this land you see, different tribes were there and they believed that the giant was a friend of the local indigenous people hundreds of years ago. And according to one article I read of John Johnson, the name of the city Toronto may be inspired by this area because Toronto derives from Tikaronto, that means where the trees are standing in the water. That's exactly what this area is, right? So we see how important this region is because it has its river, like Humber Bay River, that connects to the Lake Ontario, which is a big door and helped the commerce and helped the immigration in this area. And in the late 1800s, all this region became a popular recreation destination. And later on the 80s, they created a palace pier that it was for dance and also hotels and things like that to emerge even more the area. This pier you see, it was ruined, it was burned down, but it was a copy actually of the pier they have in Brighton, UK, where we lived before coming here to Canada. So we thought it was really interesting. We lived in both places that had both palace piers, right? And later on, like after the 80s, the area started creating the first condominiums, and now you see plenty of buildings around this West Toronto area. But not only buildings, we see lots of nature like features you can check it out, and also gardens like this butterfly garden that you can cross and you can check it out if you can find any butterflies. You have some parts of the lake you can explore, you can see the vegetation, some different birds, you can check it out as well in this area. Some people they even fish because there are like a variety of fish in this place. I just love this area in the West Toronto. What are you thinking about it all? I have much more to share with you, but if you didn't yet like this video, I will give you 1 second so you can do so. You can also share with your friends, subscribe if you didn't yet, because I want to show you the other side of Humber Bay. Humber Bay, it's kind of big, right? So I want to share every single detail with you. You can see that if you come with your car to this area to visit, to spend the day, you can park your car over there. They have public restaurants and you can also come by public transportation. This side of Humber Bay is where the boats are. Look how beautiful and gorgeous it is. People come here to relax, read, and appreciate the view. Became one of our favorite spots. Canada with love. So cute! Two main bridges cross the rivers in this region, and people they use the most they can this area. They go cycling, they go running, and they do exercise on the seafront.
So you can see right here behind us the CN Tower. We are on the west side of Toronto and a little bit off to the side of the High Park. If you continue on this side, you eventually get to Mississauga, Oakville, and some other cities.
So next video maybe we will show you the east side of the city. We could go to a different place and show you. So put in the comments below if you want to see the east part or the next area you want to see.
So drop a comment down here below of the area that you want to see next and we will show it to you. Hey, so I don't know if you guys can see right here behind us, it's the marina. So this is one of the marinas around Toronto. This one is on the west side on Humber Bay, and people will have all kinds of boats here, kayakers and things like that, and they will pretty much just be using all around the year and around the season of summer.
Yeah, and they have like a special club and a restaurant. We've never been there, but we heard that it's so good. If you don't know, this is a lake, but they call it beach, and people go swimming, kayaking, as Kai said, even scuba diving here. But my point is, look, people are just chilling, as in a real beach. But the water is so clear, and in a sunny day with the cold water, it's refreshing.
And our little walk finishes here.
Yay! I hope you've enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching, and see you on our next video.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.